around the world to this event organized by the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, in partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan. Welcome, Yokoso. My name is Randima Jayasinghe from UNFPA, and I am pleased to take us through this virtual event today titled For Every Age of Her Life on the occasion of the International Day of Older Persons. To start us off, I would like to warmly welcome the UNFPA Regional Director for Asia and the Pacific, Mr. Bjorn Andersson.
Thank you so much, Randima, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. UN Assistant Secretary General and Senior Vice Rector of the United Nations University, Professor Sawako Shirahase, officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, the Organizing Committee of Global Festa Japan 2022, our guest speakers from Iran, Nepal, Thailand, and Vietnam, and fellow UNFPA colleagues from the regional office and country offices. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to speak today on the occasion of the International Day of Older Persons. This is an important day, especially for countries in Asia and the Pacific, as it is one of the most rapidly aging regions in the world. By 2050, 1 in 4 people in Asia and the Pacific region will be above the age of 60, most of whom will be women. At the same time, the region continues to experience intensified impacts of climate change, urbanization, and migration. For this reason, it is now more urgent than ever for countries to ensure development plans and that policies take into account the demographic reality of population aging and low fertility. In the lead up to the 2030 Agenda on Sustainable Development Goals, the UN has declared 2021 to 2030 as the UN Decade of Healthy Aging. This is a 10-year global plan of action to ensure all the people can live long and healthy lives. This year, the UN theme for International Day of Older Person is on the resilience and contributions of older women. As the UN Sexual and Reproductive Health Agency, UNFPA puts the rights and choices of women and girls at the heart of its work. In addressing population aging and low fertility, this is even why we call on governments to adopt a life cycle approach with gender equality at its core in addressing population aging. This means investing in every stage of a woman's life, from childbirth to adolescence to adulthood. When a woman is able to safely deliver a baby, this in turn improves the long-term health of mother and child. When a girl has access to quality education, including comprehensive sexuality education, it helps her make informed decisions about life-changing matters as she transitions from childhood to adolescence to adulthood. When a woman has an equal opportunity to contribute to the workforce and has bodily autonomy, she has the power to shape her own future. The decisions she makes at every stage of her life paves the way to a healthier and more financially secure Silver Age. It is by investing in each stage of a woman's life that women, as well as communities and countries, are able to enjoy healthy and active aging. Last year, with the support of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Korea, and the Trilateral Cooperation Secretariat, the UNFPA Asia Pacific Regional Office launched a campaign titled For Every Age, which advocated for countries across the region to adapt a life cycle approach in their policies and plans. We are happy to be taking this campaign forward this year, as well in partnership with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Japan, by launching this photo exhibition in Tokyo as a first step. I thank the Ministry officials for working closely with us on this initiative, while acknowledging the government of Japan's support to UNFPA in helping meet the needs of women and girls across the region and beyond. While there is no single comprehensive policy that can address population aging, we must invest in forward-thinking, rights-based, and gender-sensitive policies that focus on the needs of people at every age of their life. In so doing, countries in the Asia-Pacific region can aspire to and achieve a better future for all, where no one is left behind. I thank you, and over to you, Randima.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Indeed, women and girls must be at the heart of national policies for countries to build a sustainable future for all. And with that, let us now watch a video on the importance of ensuring the rights and choices of women and girls and making sure that we invest in every stage of their life.
Welcome to the future. It is 2050. In Asia Pacific, 1 in 4 people are above the age of 60. The majority of them are women. Is she healthy? Is she financially secure? Is she active? Is she happy? Let's rewind. Today, the world's demography is rapidly changing. Women are having fewer babies. People are living longer. Asia Pacific is at the forefront of population aging, but it is a region growing older before it grows richer. To bridge the income gap, we must bridge the gender gap. Every girl should have access to quality healthcare and education. She should be equipped with skills and knowledge that set a foundation for life and love. Every woman should have access to rights-based family planning so that she can choose her lifelong pathway. She should be able to decide whether she wants to have children, and if so, when, how many, and with whom. She needs to be able to deliver her baby safely, improving her long-term health as well as the health of her child. She needs to be safe from violence and be in healthy and happy relationships. She needs to be given equal opportunity to actively contribute to society. Only then can she age with dignity. Only then can we age with dignity. A life cycle approach paves the way for a healthy life, a prosperous life, a happy life. We need to start early. We need to start now. There's little time to lose.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to officially launch UNFPA's photo exhibition titled For Every Age of Her Life, which takes us through the journey of a woman's life from safe birth to adolescence to adulthood and into her silver years. To present the 10 exhibition photos, I would like to invite Dr. Rintaro Mori, Regional Advisor for Population Aging and Sustainable Development of the UNFPA Asia and the Pacific Regional Office. Over to you, Rintaro.
Yeah, thank you, Randima. I think I'm gonna probably show you the photo. Let me just share the photo. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. So, hi everyone. My name is Rintaro Modi, the advisor on the Population Aging Law Treaty. And we're happy to launch these photo exhibitions. What I want to talk about is to explain the background of each of the 10 photos. All of the 10 photos are kind of explaining each of the women's life. You know, Asia Pacific is the most prominently aging region in the world. We have Japan. Proportionally, Japan is the most aged country in the world. China, in terms of volume, the highest number of older persons are in China. Republic Korea, in terms of speed, is the fastest aging country in the world. So you see that this is the aging region. By 2050, 1 in 4 people will be above the age of 60, which is actually the definition of the older person by UN, United Nations. And the most of these older persons will be the women. The countries must invest in and adapt a life cycle approach to address population aging and low fertility, while placing the rights and choice of the woman and the girls at its core. It is by investing every stage of the woman's life, from birth to the childhood, adolescence, and adulthood, that women and entire communities and the countries will be able to enjoy their healthy and active aging. This photo exhibition takes you through the key stages of the woman's life, showing how the choices and the decisions she makes at each stage determines the rest of her life. So for every age of her life is a part of the regional advocacy campaign by United Nations Population Fund, Asia Pacific Regional Office, delivered with the nominal support from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan. And it also is a part of the side event of the World Assembly for the Women. Now going to the first photo. This is a newborn baby, just been born in the Lao PDR. Almost half of the world's births occurred in this region, Asia Pacific region. However, tragically, in the same region, 10 women die every hour as a result of complications in pregnancy and childbirth. You can't imagine, if you lost your mother as a baby, how significantly it affects your life, the whole of your life. Investing in every age starts from the childbirth. Every woman should have access to the maternal healthcare services, quality maternal healthcare services, so that she can bring a healthy baby into the world while safeguarding her own health as well. This photo is a girl from Bangladesh. As a girl transitions from the adolescent to adulthood, she will have to make life-changing decisions about her sexual and reproductive health. Yet, many young people across Asia and Pacific lack the knowledge required to make their decisions responsibly, which may be due to culture and social barriers. Comprehensive sexuality education is important as it enables young people to protect and advocate for their health, well-being, and dignity throughout their life. The next photo, as you can see, it's a girl from Myanmar. The working age population in the Asia Pacific is close to 3.2 billion, yet only 2/3, 2.1 billion, makes up the labor force. For girls, the barriers to participation are even higher. Women and girls must have equal opportunity to develop their skills, contribute to society, and achieve their fullest potential. Through skills development, women can build financial independence and realize their personal ambitions, which can determine the course of their life as they age. Next photo, the lady from India. Gender equality is a human right. Women are entitled to live with dignity and with equal opportunity, yet women and girls are still much more likely than men to be poor and illiterate in our region too. Effectively promoting gender equality requires recognizing that women are diverse in their roles that they play, as well as in the social status, ability, geographic locations, education, and in age. This is a lovely photo from Thailand. healthy relationship. Worldwide, it is estimated that 1 in 3 women experience physical or sexual abuse in her lifetime. In most countries in the Asia-Pacific region, women are more likely to have experienced violence by an intimate partner than to have experienced physical and sexual violence by someone other than the partner. Being in a healthy relationship and having access to the gender-based violence response services is crucial for every woman and girl to live a safe and happy life. Pregnancy. She's a pregnant woman in Thailand. Again, every woman should have the right to decide whether she wants to have children, and if so, when and how many. When couples are empowered to plan their pregnancy, women are better and able to complete their education, improve their earning power. The increasing knowledge about modern contraception among adolescent girls is also a crucial starting point for improving the long-term health and avoiding adolescent pregnancy. Now, there we go. Lazmi is a Thai woman, and she gave birth to the first child, and 2 months later, she was up to the challenge to return to her job as a chief advocate for sustainable development at the leading telecommunication company in Thailand. We are lucky to have her actually on this virtual video online. So I think I'm going to sort of ask Lazmi to introduce herself, and if you could actually talk us through what will be the sort of your challenges, and maybe actually sort of your opportunities, and your sort of what are the things you're actually facing, what's your life up to now, and then. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, sure. First of all, I would like to thank you all of you to invite me to share my story among these amazing men and women here. I would like to share a bit about my background. And as you may know, I'm not come from the rich family. My father went bankrupt, so I need to help my mom, who is the entrepreneur, who is the owner of a small had no car. However, it has been a key motivation to me since then. And I'm now 39 years old with 1 son and my husband. Yes, a happy family. And I'm now with a senior management position in one of the biggest logistic company in Thailand. Apart from this, I'm also a parenting broker with 45K followers and also a co-founder of consulting service company. Yeah, you may look like it's truly amazing the story. The poor girl became like a middle age with the more riches now. But none of this would be possible without a good support and opportunities. I would say that I would like to thank God that the Thailand culture and government policy has been continuously changed to encourage gender equality in various angles. Women, sorry, this is very noisy now. Okay, sorry. Women in Thailand can access to the standard educational system. We have many world-class schools here with no restriction for female. We also have a job opportunity with a good condition and welfare similar to men. I would say that no thin line between women and men in Thailand, no more, for the job application, best rally, and learning and development opportunity as well. Hi, and even when I was a university student, I can see that there are many women participated in the engineering and science faculty as well. So you will see that it is no thin line between men and women in Thailand anymore. And with the well education, women now is able to take care of herself, earn money by her ability and her brain. And also, yes, she can decide her own way and choose her husband or stay single as well. You know, one of the secrets of the key success of the woman is who you marry to. Yeah, my husband has taught me about the entrepreneurship mindset and investor mindset as well that I haven't been gotten from my own family. And all of these things are well education and equal opportunity for the job and equal access for financing service. This is all the things that help shape the social culture and mindset of elderly, especially because I came from the Chinese family right. They have previously thought that the man is a core for everything, for the family, for the society, but no more now. You know, I'm the key person who is responsible for taking care of my family, not my brothers anymore. Today, I'm a mother of the most attractive boy that I have ever met. I need to balance between the work-life balance and the mom life as well. So 3 years ago, I decided to leave my former company to join the existing company because the new company has the policy, we call that the flexi working hours. They do not believe in the clock in and clock out system anymore. So currently, I left home around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and drive my son to the school. And then I went back to the home around 4 o'clock. That is mean I left the company around 3 o'clock every day. And then I can play with my son till 9 o'clock at night and got back to the work mode after he went to the bed. This is how I manage my time. And yes, it is because the equal opportunity and the flexible working hours that my company has been initiated. In doing all these things, you have to, you know, in doing all these things, because you didn't come from the rich family, right? You have to have plan and goal, and you must decide what you want and who you want to be. Then you need to focus on it and strive to achieve it. And you need to have a good time management and a great support from God, people surrounding you, as well as the government as well. I hope my story can provide some idea for you. Thank you. This is from my side.
Thank you very much, Lazami. The congratulations in the achievement, both in work and life. And really, I think they are really comparing actually stories you actually shared. And thank you very much for actually sort of the coming to actually this event and talking about your personal life, which is actually sort of the inspiring for all of us. You know. I'm going to continue. Now, I think the next lady, she's from Iran. Her name is Mariam, 72 years old, from Iran. She now wishes she could tell her younger self to have continued her education. Looking back, unfortunately, she didn't have their choice. She lost her father when she was 15 and got married at 17. She didn't know about family planning and had her first child soon after her marriage. So while she worked briefly before marriage, she couldn't continue as her husband didn't allow for it. While Mariam wishes things could have been different, she hasn't given up yet. Sometimes at home, I study languages, she says, with a smile, hope to still continue to study, hopeful to fulfill her dream and continue learning. Now, the next lady, now she's from Vietnam. She's a retired high school teacher, Ms. Nguyen Tham Ha from Vietnam. She has always valued education and how it helps change lives as a teacher. Today, at 80, she continues her own learning, increasing her legal knowledge to be able to help people solve family conflicts. Tham Ha is known as an operator among her neighbors and the community, as she is often called upon for support and advice. So she also enjoyed learning about agriculture. You can see bonsai and orchid care. I've never thought about stopping my study and research, she says. I think studying is good for myself and for helping others. That's what she said. Now, we have a guest from Vietnam. It's not sort of the Miss Nguyen Thanh Ha, but we have an honor to have Miss Nguyen Thanh Diem, and I think we have the colleague from Vietnam to helping her to interpret what she's talking. So when we actually sort of listening to her, she's going to speak in the Vietnamese. Then our colleague is going to translate into the English. Then for those who actually sort of listening to Japanese channel, then this English is going to be translated. So be patient. Over to you. Miss Nguyen Thanh Diem.
Tôi là Nguyễn Thị Điểm, sinh năm 1947. Năm nay tôi 75 tuổi. Hiện nay là tôi đang là chủ tịch hội người cao tuổi của thị trấn Phùng và chủ nhiệm câu lạc bộ liên thế hệ tự giúp nhau ở phố Thụy Ứng, thị trấn Phùng, Đan Phượng, Hà Nội. Lúc nhỏ thì tôi cũng sinh ra và lớn lên trong một gia đình đông con, mà tôi lại con gái lớn, cho nên được học hành thì không được như là các em trai hoặc là anh trai, phải học bổ túc rất là nhiều. Nhưng mà chúng tôi suy nghĩ là tôi rất là có một cái tư tưởng là phấn đấu, cho nên là mặc dù là không được đi học phổ thông nhiều, nhưng tôi đã học bổ túc đến hết năm 10. Và trong quá trình học tập thì tôi luôn luôn là thích tham gia các cái công việc cộng đồng. Lúc đó là làm công tác của thanh niên rồi thiếu liên. Lớn lên thì tiếp tục là học tập và tham gia các công tác của địa phương và giúp đỡ ở cộng đồng. Thế và tôi thì là chủ nhiệm một câu lạc bộ liên thế hệ tự giúp nhau được thành lập năm 1998. Câu lạc bộ của tôi ấy, là lúc đầu tiên là có 51 thành viên. Thế và cho đến nay là có 65 thành viên. Nhưng mà câu lạc bộ thì 75% là nữ, làm rất là ít. Cho nên là chúng tôi nghĩ là nữ giới thì nó cũng có những cái điều kiện thiệt thòi hơn. Cho nên là đối với cái công tác quản lý của một câu lạc bộ và chăm lo các cái hoạt động câu lạc bộ thì chúng tôi rất quan tâm chăm lo đến cái của người phụ nữ. Hội người có câu lạc bộ thì chúng tôi có tham gia, tức là chỉ đạo hoạt động các cái việc các cái phong trào thể dục thể thao, dưỡng sinh, bóng chuyền hơi. Đấy. Và các cái tham gia các cái việc cộng đồng, thành lập các cái tổ, tức là phát triển kinh tế, hầu hết là nữ, sản xuất và trao đổi những kinh nghiệm của mình, rồi chúng tôi cho vay vốn để rồi làm kinh tế là có cái hiệu quả rất là tốt. Và đặc biệt là phụ nữ thì có những cái nhiều cái thiệt thòi hơn, cho nên là chúng tôi những cái buổi sinh hoạt hàng tháng là chúng tôi cũng rất là quan tâm chăm lo đến cái tình cảm cho chị em phụ nữ trong cái buổi sinh hoạt là vui vẻ phấn khởi, tức là tổ chức sinh nhật cho chị em này, thế rồi thì là có những tổ chức như cái vui chơi giải trí giữa giờ sinh hoạt cho chị em cũng rất là tốt. Đặc biệt là chúng tôi tham gia các cái hoạt động cộng đồng mà chăm lo đến những cái đời sống những người phụ nữ hiện nay đang có hoàn cảnh khó khăn, như là cô đơn, không nơi nương tựa. Đấy. Hoặc là những gia đình phụ nữ có những cái hoàn cảnh rất là khó. Ví dụ như là cụ Giá, năm nay là 95 tuổi, cụ không có chồng, không có con, cho nên sống một mình. Cho nên chúng tôi đã phân công những cái thành viên đến chăm sóc, có thể nói là được nhân dân đánh giá rất là tốt và cụ cũng rất là hài lòng. Thế rồi cụ Tý năm nay là 100 tuổi. Chúng tôi cũng chỉ có một người con duy nhất là đi bộ đội hy sinh. Bây giờ cũng là bà mẹ Việt Nam anh hùng. Thì ở một mình thôi. Nhưng mà câu lạc bộ chúng tôi cũng phân công những thành viên đến để chăm sóc cụ, giúp đỡ cụ công việc hàng ngày. Thì chúng tôi thấy là và đến trò chuyện với cụ để cho cụ vui vẻ khi còn cái thời gian cụ còn sống. Cho nên là đến hiện nay là cụ được 100 tuổi mà cụ thấy rất là hài lòng với cái hoạt động của các câu lạc bộ liên thế hệ tự giúp nhau của thị trấn Phùng. Thế và cái câu lạc bộ thì chúng tôi không những là tham gia như thế mà chúng tôi thấy là còn những cái việc khác của cộng đồng ấy, là chúng tôi tổ chức là tốt. Ví dụ như là từ cái câu lạc bộ mà lôi kéo cả một cái phong trào của một phố, ví dụ như là hưởng ứng một cái chương trình xây dựng nông thôn mới, rồi những cái cuộc thi phố sáng xanh sạch đẹp là chúng tôi tham gia rất là tích cực. Đường trồng hoa, rồi các cái khu công cộng là chúng tôi chăm lo những cái vệ sinh công cộng để bảo đảm cái an toàn vệ sinh môi trường và một cái khung cảnh cho nhân dân được hưởng thụ rất là tốt. Thế thì đấy là chúng tôi thấy là về hoạt động cái câu lạc bộ liên hệ chúng tôi là có thể nói là rất cái hiệu quả, mà được đảng, chính quyền, nhân dân của huyện, của thị trấn và ngay ở cái thôn đó là người ta thấy rằng là cái hoạt động cái câu lạc bộ này có thể nó rất là vui mà rất là hiệu quả. Trong câu lạc bộ chúng tôi thì có 7% là hộ có hoàn cảnh khó khăn, tức là nghèo, cận nghèo và những người cô đơn. Thế nếu mà không tham gia vào câu lạc bộ thì ở nhà rất là buồn, nhưng mà vào tham gia câu lạc bộ thì chúng tôi gợi mở và chúng tôi hướng dẫn cho các cái hoạt động, cho nên là thu hút những cái chị em đó vào cái hoạt động rất là vui mà rất là phấn khởi. Người ta nói là cả một đời nếu như không tham gia câu lạc bộ liên hệ thì chẳng biết cái tổ chức sinh nhật bản thân là gì, nhưng mà vào đến câu lạc bộ liên hệ thì hàng năm là được tổ chức sinh nhật, câu lạc bộ tổ chức sinh nhật cho một cái đối tượng đấy, có thể nói là rất là tuyệt vời. Thế thì chúng tôi thấy là cái hiệu quả và cái tác dụng của cái câu lạc bộ hoạt động thì chúng tôi thấy rất là tốt và rất có trách nhiệm cộng đồng. Đặc biệt là chúng tôi rất là quan tâm đến cái công tác nhân đạo từ thiện. Ví dụ như là những cái người không phải là trong câu lạc bộ mà ngoài cộng đồng, những người cao tuổi có hoàn cảnh khó khăn về mặt kinh tế thì hàng năm chúng tôi cũng vận động được 100-200 suất quà để tặng những người đó trong những cái lúc khó khăn nhất, hay là cái đợt dịch bệnh Covid chẳng hạn, là chúng tôi cũng chăm lo rồi thì là phân công người đến giúp đỡ và tặng quà để cho cái người đó đỡ khó khăn. Cho nên là chúng tôi thấy là về cái hoạt động và chăm lo các cái công tác nhân đạo từ thiện ở cái phố là chúng tôi thấy rất là tốt, đặc biệt là hiệu quả của cái câu lạc bộ này. Tôi đã vận động được có những lúc là lên hàng trăm triệu để mà tặng quà cho những cái người có hoàn cảnh khó khăn. Đấy là vận động các nhà hảo tâm, người ta có điều kiện. Nếu mà không có câu lạc bộ, tức là làm trung gian, làm chỗ dựa thì người ta có tiền, ta không biết tặng ai. Mà chúng tôi đã vận động được thì chúng tôi biết là lấy xin tiền của người có khả năng để tặng cho những người khó khăn. Thế thì có thể nói là cái tình cảm, cái trách nhiệm đối với cộng đồng là rất là tốt, và đấy là cái tinh thần giúp đỡ nhau, đoàn kết rất là tốt trong cái hoạt động của câu lạc bộ liên thế hệ. Thế và cái thứ hai nữa là chúng tôi rất là quan tâm đến các cái phong trào thể dục thể thao, dưỡng sinh, bóng chuyền hơi, thế rồi thì là thơ ca, văn nghệ. Thế thì những cái buổi sinh hoạt đấy chúng tôi có cái nội dung như vậy. Thế và hoạt động hàng ngày ấy, tham gia các cuộc thi của huyện hay là cuộc thi của thị trấn thì câu lạc bộ chúng tôi luôn luôn là cái đơn vị dẫn đầu, là đạt kết quả cao nhất. Đấy, được giải nhất bóng chuyền hơi, được giải nhất về cái thi dưỡng sinh. Có thể nói là tham gia vào các cái công việc cộng đồng là chúng tôi thấy là tôi rất đam mê và rất là thích. Thế chúng tôi có suy nghĩ là từ một cái hoàn cảnh, một cái gia đình đông con, đông thì nhiều anh em con trai, mình thì học ít thôi nhưng mà rất cố gắng học tập, rồi cố gắng tự thân mình vận động, và cũng người ta thấy là đối với ở địa phương là cũng quan tâm đến cái công việc của phụ nữ, mà cũng quan tâm đến những người phụ nữ có đam mê và có trình độ, có năng lực để đưa vào những cái vị trí lãnh đạo của mình. Cho nên là chúng tôi ở một địa phương thì đã có một thời gian, tức là tôi cũng đã tham gia công tác ở địa phương, làm chủ nhiệm hợp xã nông nghiệp, rồi thì là làm bí thư đảng ủy, rồi là một khóa là đại biểu quốc hội, thay mặt cho người nông dân ở một địa phương để có tiếng nói với chính phủ về cái việc mà tiếng nói của một cử tri, của một công dân ở cơ sở với một cái tổ chức cao nhất của nhà nước. Thế thì đây chúng tôi thấy là cũng là rất là phấn khởi, và chúng tôi rất mong là tổ chức quốc tế và các tổ chức của cái câu lạc bộ liên hệ là tiếp tục nhân rộng và tạo mọi điều kiện thuận lợi nhất để cái câu lạc bộ này hoạt động có hiệu quả, và chúng tôi thấy là có lợi cho cộng đồng và có lợi cho nhất là đối với phụ nữ, là những người mà chịu thiệt thòi thì đỡ hơn rất là nhiều, và họ đã được vui chơi rồi thì được hoạt động, có thể nói là rất là tốt. Thì đấy là những cái hoạt động mà chúng tôi thấy là tôi tham gia vào câu lạc bộ là niên thế hệ như vậy. Thế còn bây giờ đối với bản thân tôi thì năm nay cũng là 75 tuổi. Hiện nay gia đình thì có 2 ông bà, tức là ông chồng tôi năm nay 80 tuổi, tôi là 75. Thế và đang sống với một anh con trai có 3 người con và 8 đứa cháu, và hiện nay tôi đang có 2 đứa chất gọi là cũ đấy. Nhưng mà tôi vẫn đang tham gia công tác rất là nhiệt huyết và rất là nhiệt tình, đặc biệt là cái lễ kỷ niệm 32 năm ngày quốc tế người cao tuổi. Hiện nay chúng tôi đang làm rất sôi nổi ở các cơ sở, ở các tổ chức và ở các chi hội. Và đặc biệt là sáng nay thì câu lạc bộ chúng tôi cũng đã có một cái chương trình hoạt động, tức là lễ kỷ niệm và đồng thời tổng kết một năm hoạt động. Và chúng tôi cũng đã có những cái chương trình văn nghệ rồi phát quà cho những hội viên có hoàn cảnh khó khăn, tặng quà cho những cái gia đình mà khó khăn ở trong địa phương với số lượng là 20 suất quà. Số tiền thì chỉ nhỏ thôi là 10 triệu đồng. Đấy là cái mà chúng tôi thấy là hoạt động của câu lạc bộ chúng tôi. Thì bản thân tôi thì cũng xin báo cáo là như vậy.
Thank you, Ms. Diệu. Now I will translate her sharing. Could you please confirm you can still hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So we just heard the story of a lady. She is 75 years old, and how she comes from a very big family with lots of brothers and a poor farmer's family, but later on she became a member of the Vietnam National Assembly, which is the highest political organization in Vietnam. So before retirement, she used to be a member of the National Assembly, but today she wants to share her story after retirement. So even though she achieved very high social status, but she said that after retirement, her story didn't end there and it still continued. So she said a bit about her childhood. So she was born in a family and her parents had a lot of children, and she was the firstborn and also a sister, and she had many brothers. And she said that her education was not as supported as her brothers, and she only had a part-time education, not continuous full-time as her brothers, and she had to work when she was more as well to support her families. But she didn't give up education. And she continued to finish 10th grade high school in Vietnam. And because she enjoyed community activities a lot, and she wanted to help other disadvantaged people and especially women like her, she joined many social activities. And right now, she is currently the chairwoman of the Phùng Town Association of the Elderly, and also chairwoman of a intergenerational self-help club in her residential area. And she highly acknowledged the importance and the effectiveness of the intergenerational self-help club. She thinks that this is a model that will that supports women, but also men, different generations, and also the community. In the details, she said that her club is multifunctional, has 8 activity areas on healthcare, social care, income security, lifelong learning, resource mobilization, and so on. And in her club, at the beginning, the club was founded in 2018 and with 51 members for start, and now it increases to 65 members. And about 75 members of the club are women, and 75% of the club are people coming from disadvantaged backgrounds. So in her club activities, many activities are designed for supporting these women and disadvantaged cases. However, in her club, these people are not only receivers, but they are encouraged and they are empowered to become to contribute to the community in their own ability as well. For example, her club do a lot of community support where they send volunteers to help other, for example, bedbound and homebound persons. She get 2 examples of 2 people in the village that the club is taking care of. One is 75 years old, no husband or children, very sick, and another 100 years old lady whose children passed away during the war, and now she lives alone. And the club sent volunteers to support these ladies. And also the club joined a local movement of environment protection. They grew flowers. They donated money to support the disadvantaged cases. And she said that during the COVID-19 pandemic, her club mobilized rights and gifts and money up to $1 million of Vietnamese dong to thousands of dollars to support the families and households affected by the COVID-19. And she said that even though her club members, many are difficult to themselves, but were joining the club, they are both supported and both encouraged and empowered to support others in their community. And this is what makes her club special. And she said that not only the club members benefit from the club, but also the whole community benefit, because the club activities do not distinguish between members or non-members, all can join. And the club is like a local foundation that draw in local resources, bring in people, increase local solidarity to support and to help the community to solve its own problem. And she's very happy to be voted as the leader of the club, as among the leaders of the club. And she said that this could not be possible without her youth, that she tried really hard. She didn't give up education. She worked hard to become a government officer. And when she retired, she was given the opportunity, and she was trusted to become a community leader within the Association of the Elderly and also the Intergenerational Sahat Club. So she said that joining the club, you will be supported, and you will also support others. And the club take care of you, help you to give you loan to do the business, increase your health, and also very importantly, link you with the community, so you are not alone. You can support the community, and you can increase your mental health, and especially for women who are lonely and who have disadvantages in life. Joining the club, you will have like a new start, and you will be supported by others. She shared a story of how if members of the club, many older women, they have never had their birthday celebrated before, but joining the club, they receive their birthday celebration, and they are very happy with that. So even small thing like that can make a huge changes in women's life, and how she see herself, and how she thinks about her ability, and how she can contribute to the community. So if women are given opportunities and chances, she can do much more, and she will be much more happier, and it will not only benefit her, but also her family and her community. And she also said that at the end, she said that us women, we will need to take the first step on our own, and try the best on our own, and do not give up education, learn hard, work hard, and believe in yourself. You have yourself first, and then other support will come to you. People will notice you and acknowledge your ability. So she is really happy to, after retirement, she still have the chance, given favorable conditions, to contribute to the community, and she hopes to continue her job as her position as the ISSC leader, the club leader, and she hopes to help more and more people in her community, and especially women. So this is the summary of Ms. Lim. Sharon, please.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nguyen, for your personal history. Coming from a poor sort of the environment to become a national leader, the politician, which is very encouraging. And also, I think, since that the sort of the powerful words, the powerful spirits in the word in the Vietnamese. And also, it's really actually, they thank you for sharing the good practice of the intergenerational self-prep, which is very famous for our region. It's one of the good practices, or the sort of the helping sort of the older persons as well as the younger people together. Nice example, really encouraging. And thank you very much. Shall I go to the sort of next photo? This is actually the last photo. It's a lovely, actually, family photo from Sri Lanka. We call it a circle of life. the right set of the policies can equip individuals and families and societies to address the challenges of the population aging and reap its benefits. When women are empowered for family benefit, and these benefits often have a ripple effect on the future generation. That's one of the reasons why we call this life cycle approach. This is why population aging must be addressed through a life cycle approach with gender equality as its core. By investing in every stage of life, from childbirth to adolescent to adulthood, women and the entire country will be able to enjoy healthy and active life. We have now guest. Although these families are from Sri Lanka, we have a guest from Nepal. We have Miss Yagya Kumari Pudal, and she is going to be with her daughter-in-law. And our colleague Prakash is going to translate while she speaks Nepali into the English. Then again, they are sort of the interpreter or the Japanese interpreter will going to be translated that to Japanese. So please be patient as well. So over to you.
नमस्कार मेरो नाम नमस्कार भन्छु अब आफ्नो नाम कुराहरु जोड्ने हैन उता हैन आफैले भन्नु पर्छ
सुनिरहेको छ बोल्नुस् सुनिरहेको छ
बच्चा बेलादेखिको कस्तो अनुभव गरेर अहिलेसम्म आइयो म सोधेको क्वेशन हैन भन्छु म यज्ञ कुमारी पौडेल भनेर भन्छु म यज्ञ कुमारी पौडेल हो कपनमा बस्छु कपन हो घर अब 78 वर्षको भएँ 78 वर्ष भएँ म अहिले हजुर पहिला हामीले पढ्न लेख्न पाइएन अब पहिला हामीले धेरै पढ्न लेख्न पाइएन अब के गर्नु यस्तै छ अब के बुढेसकालमा आउँदा कस्तो अनुभव भइराछ त्यो कुराहरु सोधेको मैले भने भन्छु पहिला पढ्न पाइएन अब यस्तै अब पहिला कुरा अहिले फरक भयो अब यस्तै छ
कसरी सुरु गर्नु भयो आमा कस्तो भयो पहिला बाल्यकाल कस्तो थियो त्यसपछि ठुलो हुँदा कस्तो भयो त्यसरी त्यसलाई भन्दै आउनु न अनि पछि बिहे भएपछि कस्तो भयो त्यो कुरालाई अगाडि बढाउँदै
अब बिहे हुँदा त बच्चै अब केटाकेटी नै अवस्थामा बिहे भयो नि अब त्यो बेलाको त अब रमाइलै हुँदै बिहे भयो अब घरमा आएपछि अब अर्कै दुःख कष्ट भयो अब बुहारी भएपछि अर्कै व्यवहारमा चल्नु पर्यो यस्तै हो यस्तै भोग्दै आइयो अब पछि अलि उमेर भयो बच्चा बच्ची भए पुरानै उसमा चल्दै आइयो नि त्यसपछि अलि बुढेसकाल अहिले अब बुढेसकालमा पनि अब पढ्न लेख्न पाएको भए कति रमाइलो हुने रहेछ कति कुराहरू बुझिने रहेछ भने जस्तो लाग्छ अब पढ्न लेख्न सकिएन दुःख लाग्छ यस्तै हो
अनि अहिले आफूले भएको त्यो कुरालाई कसरी अरूलाई सिकाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ आफ्नो छोराछोरीलाई नातिनातिनीलाई जुन आफूले भोग्नु भएको कुरा त्यो पनि शेयर गरिदिनु भयो हुन्छ
आफूले भोगिरहेको कुराहरू यस्तो दुःख नपरोस् तिमीहरूलाई अब अहिले यस्तो राम्रो नयाँ चलन भयो यो चलनमा तिमीहरू गर्नुपर्छ हामीले त दुःख पायौं तिमीहरू अलि शिक्षित हुनुपर्छ यस्तै भन्दै आउँछु त्यही हो बुढेसकालमा के भइदियो भने हुन्थ्यो जस्तो लाग्छ बुढेसकालमा अब पढ्न पाइएन दुःख लाग्दो कुरा लाग्छ पढ्न पाए कति बुझिने रहेछ बसेर यसो किताब हेर्न पाए कति कुरा बुझिने रहेछ कति आनन्द हुने रहेछ जस्तो लाग्छ नि पढ्न नपाएकैमा दुःख लाग्छ बच्चा बच्ची पनि धेरै पाउनु पर्यो शरीर अब कस्तो भएको छ पहिला अब बच्चा बच्ची हुँदा यिनलाई पढाउन लेखाउन ठुलो बनाउन पाए कस्तो हुन्थ्यो जस्तो भयो अब उनीहरू पढे लेखे ठुला भए अब आफूले भोया भोगहरू उनीहरूले भोग्नु नपरोस् राम्रो बाटो हिँड्न पाउन् जस्तो लाग्छ
Yes. Okay. हुन्छ. Yes. Thank you, Amma. Now I'm translating what she said in English, summarizing her quick speech in English. So she started saying that she started saying that she couldn't have opportunity to study, to read well, to go to the university or the schools, which has severely affected her life. And now she's realizing if she had got such opportunity to study, to go to school, then the world is different now that she is looking at. And she would have enjoyed such a beautiful things in this world if she has that opportunity. She had that opportunity. And now she got married during her childhood age. So she also now realized while playing and enjoying her life, she had to get married. So now she's communicating these stories to her grandchildren, to her daughters, a daughter-in-law, that they have now more opportunity they can enjoy with, and they should not to worry about those things that she had to worry in her time. So, but the situation is different, and she inspired others to, she motivated others to enjoy the life as it unfolds, as the opportunity is coming with them. And that's the basic thing she said about her life. She was a bit confused, and you know, like sometimes asking, she prefers to respond some questions. If somebody asks, then she can explain more about it. That's why I intervene in between to ask some questions. Her daughter-in-law Pavitra ji also encouraged her to speak in that matter. But basically, she said about her life was a bit misery. She couldn't do as she wanted to do because of not studying well in the educations, in the universities. So she is transferring that story, that experience to her grandchildren to study more, so that their life would be much more different and much more beautiful. That helps them to take decision on their own. They wouldn't have such a situation where she had to face just to obey others, her husband or the family members, to follow the customs and traditions. That's the basic thing that she said. I think I covered in summary what she said. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Yagia, your daughter-in-law. It's lovely to see actually sort of the couples together. And Prakash, thank you very much for translations. And I think because, I mean, I have no word to actually say, but I think they really thank you very much for sharing your personal history, actually, and the wisdom, and also your support for younger ones, which is really encouraging. And really thank you very much. We can actually ask questions a lot later on. Thank you very much. Now, I think we are going to finish this photo. And as I think also probably the most important sort of the information is that sort of where this photo is going to be held. I think it is a traveling exhibition. So it's going to start at the Global Festa festival in Japan, in Tokyo. It's called the International Tokyo Forum. We are having that at the moment, and the 1st of October and the 2nd of October, today and tomorrow. If you have any chance, you can come on Sunday tomorrow, maybe. It's free, so you can see that these 10 photos. Now followed by the University of Tokyo Komaba campus. We have a sort of the fantastic, actually long corridor for for these exhibitions next to the canteen. So they maybe actually sort of lots of students, the faculty member have a chance to see these photos. Followed by December, January for 1 month, and the JICA Institute, it's located in Ichigaya. We have also these photo exhibitions with videos. So there are some other videos we didn't show today, but please, I mean, we are encouraging you to come in these places. Thank you very much. So back to you, Randima.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rintaro, and also a huge thank you to Ms. Rasami from Thailand Ms. Didiem from Vietnam and Ms. Yagya from Nepal, as well as our colleagues Prakash and Chunyong for the translations. Really, thank you for sharing your stories and also being featured in the event as well as the exhibition and helping us carry this message forward. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end of the event, but we would like to, of course, hear from our UN Assistant Secretary General, Professor Sawako Shirahase, Senior Vice Rector of the United Nations University and Professor of Sociology at the University of Tokyo. Over to you, Professor Shirahase.
Thank you very much, Randima, and thank you very much all for sharing such a great story. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you for inviting me to such a great opportunity to share, first of all. And second of all, I'm very much pleased to listen different voices and different, experiences and stories. Aging population is a kind of common issue, particularly in developing countries. And as the beginning of this, event, it was said that very high speed in an aging population is common, particularly Asian Pacific area. So, high speed and changing means a lot. So that means, for instance, daughters and a mom has, or, mom and a grandmom has a different, experiences in their lives, and because it changed it quite a bit. So sometimes it's not easy to share their kind of experiences. For instance, we are here based on, older generations built, but at the same time, we didn't have a chance, enough chance to listen or think of how they live. And, personally, I very much, congratulate, successful stories, but I admire, how made, special effort to reach here. And at the same time, there is no only one example or successful story to reach here. The people has differences and different in their lives, and people has a different agony and, different stories. So aging population are involved in so-called, not only the differences pursued, but also, unfortunately, inequalities. And particularly in Japan, which I'm working on, how, they spend their lives in later life in pretty much, closely associated with what kind of asset you have, what kind of resources you have, what kind of good, family relations you have. Unfortunately, not everyone has such a good environment. And some of them do not have it. Some of them do not even have access to this kind of resources. So the people has defined their experience by ages, by cohort, but how we can share this kind of differences and the inequality as a whole. I think this is going to be a global issue. And of course, globally, particularly under the COVID-19, and some of them suffer quite a bit. And some of them can overcome this kind of difficulties, not only with the luck, of course, with their effort. But then again, not everyone cannot be such luck, have luck in their lives. So we have to share so-called social risks together to moving forward. That's a very important thing. So in order to do that, such an opportunity to share the stories, what they live, how their lives has been, is very, very important indeed. Because, because of it, we can have a kind of, our imagination can be better. And then we can, have an opportunity to, feel how lucky we are. And sometimes, of course, and I feel so sad because we're so unlucky. but we can share this like and unlike together. And of course, knowing the good practices and overcome the bad luck. So as a sociologist, unfortunately, we do not have, same distance and the same capacity to share the, similar examples and similar opportunities. So in order to expand our social imagination, we need such an opportunity to share the people's lives across the globe. Even in the same countries, it's not easy to see how they are. So unfortunately, nowadays, societies tend to be divided. So our social arena, life arena, daily lives are pretty much divided indeed. However, it's not the favorable direction of favorable circumstances, because we all have the similar risks and the similar problems and the similar issues, and we have to work together to overcome it. That's the so-called sustainable development goals. The point is, everyone do not have the same goal at the same time. Different stakeholders and different goals and different tools. So, but ultimately, what we achieve, what we direct, is to make make our society inclusive and sharing our good life together, and pass on such a great treasure to the next generation, not only the younger generation, but also to the future generation. We have the responsibility to make our society inclusive, to our society, make our societies better, to welcome not only younger generation again, but also the future generation. That's why the environmental issues are important. And aging issues, even aging issues, some of them cannot imagine, how being getting older. But this is an ongoing process of your life. And listen to your, senior members, and listen to your, neighbors. And that's a great opportunity. And furthermore, seeing the photos, such a great photos, is, makes your imagination much more expanded and the better. So thank you very much for this opportunity to share the story again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Shirase, for really highlighting that the need to address inequalities for societies to be more inclusive. Very important messages. So thank you for that. And with that, we come to the end of this event, but it isn't the end of our advocacy efforts in ensuring that more and more countries, societies invest in the importance of women and girls, making sure that they're at the heart of our national policies, of our work, and ensuring that their rights and choices are upheld. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Arigato gozaimasu, and have a good day. Thank you.